All right, we're back. It's day 4 on the Silverado. Today the plan is to run the wiring into the doors and do the door pods, and we may get to the A-pillar pods. So it'll be kind of a cool video because we'll actually see some progress of some, fab work getting done, getting some speakers mounted. But first we got to get the wiring all into these door boots. But I'll show you what I did yesterday, which we finally got all the wiring finished and we got the dash taken care of. So right now I have the dash temporarily on, meaning I didn't put the clips on it yet because I wanted to make sure everything was going to line up. But you see my conductor there worked out great. Radio. So yeah, this got the USB. Everything's going to work nice. So I can do the clips and then snap that on here when I'm ready. But first we're going to go ahead and do all the wiring. We got to run the speed wire in through the door boots. The tweeter wires need to go up to the A-pillars. Once all those are ran, then we can take the door panels into the other room. We'll remove these grills. We'll put the custom speaker pods on, make sure everything's gonna work on those. Then we gotta put the speakers, mark them, create back baffles so they're sitting in a nice enclosure so they get some good mid bass and we don't run the risk of the water getting all over them, because remember these speakers had rust all over them. Last night when I got done doing the car, I went ahead and got my slat wall started up there. That center one, it had the white film on it and it was peeling. Don't ever waste your time, by the way, buying slat wall with the film on it. Just get the bare like I have on the left and right, because they charge like an extra $10 for that, and all that is like a sticker. It's just a white sticker over it. It's nothing special. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the heat gun, even though when stuff's up there you're not gonna notice it. That right there is driving me crazy. So I'll take the heat gun and peel the rest of that crap off. Maybe paint it, not really sure yet. But that's not on the agenda today. We're getting on the truck. And to do so, we're gonna have to take the speed wire here. It's gonna go up through there. We gotta run it through the boot and bring it out here. Then we need to make sure that we can baffle everything here off and seal it from the elements. The window is down. So yeah, the window's completely out of the way. That's perfect. Of course, this would have been a perfect time for me to have my new Meta glasses on to record this, but I left them at home. So just to show you how to do this, on these kinds of connectors on a car, don't go under and just pry out. The plastic is really fragile. There's a clip here and a clip here, and you just slightly press in and pull out. Slightly in, pull out. The reason I say that is if you break the clip, that boot will never snap to the car again. It will just always be kind of floppy there. Same on this side, there'll be a little tab. Then you'll take a feed wire, like I have these, you can order them. Little rigid ones, what you're gonna need for this one, because you won't be able to get it straight. Little rigid wire like this. Then you'll run this through there. Then you can tape your wire to this and then pull it back through. And then a little trick that Jason Ewing showed me, he uses alcohol in a spray bottle. See, I used to always use sex lube because I thought it was hilarious that people would see that I have lube in my shop, but they wondered why. And it's because I would lube this up to get it through boots or through firewalls. Problem is that lube stays on your fingers and stuff, and then tape won't stick. So Jason had a way better idea with alcohol, which I'd never done. But my airbrush cleaner spray, because it comes in this nozzle, works really nice. And I can just, you spray that, that'll make it all slick, and it'll slide right through and you can pull it through. All right, so I got the top popped out. Let me show you. See right, that light in there. See that little tab right there? See, that's what you push down. That little thing right there. You slightly push it down and it'll pop out. There's gonna be another one on the bottom, and on that side, there's one on the top and one on the bottom. And there you go, much better look. So there's your snaps. There's one on top, one on bottom. So if you break those off, those will not snap back in, and you'll be very upset with yourself, because to replace those isn't possible. You can't just buy those little plastic pieces. You have to buy the entire harness. Trust me. All right, so we got our harnesses made here. So these will be going to the woofer and the mid-range that are gonna be in the doors. These are gonna be coming off the tweeters. Now we need to go put the other ends of these, solder them in at the doors and at the vehicle, but I'll show you what I've done first. So to ensure I'm not gonna have water or any kind of issues, we've got the IB box here. It's sealed all the way around. Then we've got the waterproof connector, which is right there. And the wire is locked in. It's been tightened down so it can't go anywhere, can't slide back. Our speed wire here, we'll strip this back. Gonna go ahead, solder in our other sides of our harness, heat shrink, get that all ready. Then we can get the door panels, get the pods mounted on the door panels with the speakers. And then when the panels get put back on the vehicle, the speakers get plugged in with the panel and then the panel's mounted. Wiring is all done here in the door. We've got our plug on there, got that sealed in. Also got our wiring up here for our tweeter. Both sides all taken care of. And I'll show you what the door panels, this is what they look like before. And here is what they will be when I'm done. So we got this side almost done. I'm going to do a full epoxy on the back side and let that cure overnight. But that'll look pretty nice, and the same kind of piano black is going to be up in the A-pillar. This is the reason why I said I didn't like the fact that this dash kit didn't have black. Because normally this is black and that's black, and it kind of helped tie this together. The fact that that's not black anymore kind of irritates me a little bit. I didn't realize that it wasn't black anymore, but it's either that or I could spray these to match the gray in the truck, but then I think they might disappear. So we'll go ahead and see how the drivers and everything are going to look on here. We'll send the customer photos, see what he thinks. If he's happy with the way it looks, I mean, because you'll have your switches up here, got black on them, your handles got black. You want to have a little bit of tie-in. But if he says he doesn't like them, then we're gonna have to pull and spray. So I guess, now that I said that out loud, I probably shouldn't epoxy these tonight because I won't be able to pull them back off. So, good talk. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this in the other room, get it stripped down, and put the pod in on this side. And then here's a panel with the grills. Now what's crazy, these grills are insane expensive. Example, I believe those are $500 or $600 just for the pair of grills, and those are $300. I am not kidding. So they're very, very salty, and luckily they fit good. The 6 inches fits good. The 3 inch, there is a little bit of overhang on the edge here, but from the top, there's none. So you're not going to notice it at all. You wouldn't notice it at all unless you're touching it, but you really shouldn't be touching it anyway. So that's how they're going to look. The speakers, I'm going to go ahead and set them in there. Again, the speakers are, you know, $2,000-$3,000 a pair for the speakers, so I don't really be manhandling them too much, but we'll go ahead and set them in there. I just want to see if I'll be able to make the depth. To give you an idea, here are the speakers. They come in a wooden box. So these are the drivers that are going to be going in the doors, and these are the tweeters, I believe. Yeah, and those are the mid-range going in the doors. Oh, look at them. These are so pretty. So let's see how these fit. Well, that's perfect. So it looks like that's going to fit right in there. And then the grills, they're machined on the inside. So it actually sets over top of the driver. And then it'll be screwed down. All right, that fits. Oh, and look at these things. They're just adorable. They're little babies. Let's go ahead and see how this fits in there. Oh, let's do this one-handed while I'm filming. I'm just such a risk taker. And hopefully that drops right in. And it does. Same thing. They're machined to set on the outside. Cool. Looks like we're going to be able to fit just fine. So what we'll do is we will seal up the holes on the back behind there, and then the opening right here where the 6.5 is, which you can see where the motor's coming through there. That's fine, because that's the whole purpose of when I put on the door, that sealed up baffle. So he should get some pretty solid mid base out of that. The one thing I may do is I'll put a blocker I think. We may go ahead and build a wall across here so that the mid base doesn't interact with the mid range at all. Actually, we're definitely going to do that. Yeah, because I don't want this thing doing anything to this little woofer here. Unless that's closed back. I don't know. Let's see. I didn't really look to see if it was a closed back woofer or... Nope, it's open. So yeah, we're going to have to build a partition there. So definitely done for the night. I'm going to have to fab some stuff tomorrow for that. And that's going to be it for day 4. Again, a little slow. I'm not going to lie. I've been watching TV. You know, just kind of going at my own pace, but I'm enjoying it. This is what I enjoy to do, and honestly, this is kind of how I would like to do cars. Deadlines take all of the fun out of it. This customer could care less how long I keep his vehicle. And I would rather just take my time and do just enough cars, just enough to pay the bills, as opposed to stack as many in here as I can and make a ton of money. That doesn't excite me at all. There's nothing I need that I need a bunch of money for. I'm pretty well spoiled. I have so much already that I just want enough to make sure the lights stay on and I can pay my bills. And then be able to work at a leisurely pace where I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm doing extra things that other shops wouldn't do because I'm not under that time restraint, if that makes sense. Now I'm just rambling. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up and head home. I'll be back tomorrow to try and figure out how I'm gonna build partitions inside there and to do the A-pillars. So see you tomorrow.